Did you know that for over 2 decades, the murder of Sherri Rasmussen remained a haunting mystery? Imagine living in fear, not knowing who took the life of a loved one. This is the tragic reality that gripped Sherri's family and friends after she was brutally killed. But this isn't just another crime story. It's a journey through twists and turns, where the truth hides in the shadows, waiting to be discovered. Join us as we delve into the unsettling cold case death of Sherri Rasmussen, a tale that will keep you on the edge of your seat until the very end. Welcome, and let's get started. Let's begin by getting to know Sherri Rasmussen, a young woman with dreams and aspirations just like you and me. Sherri grew up in a small town, where she spent her days playing with her friends and dreaming of the future. She was a bright student, always eager to learn and explore new things. As she got older, Sherri decided to become a nurse, a job that would allow her to help others and make a difference in their lives. She worked hard in school and eventually landed a job at a hospital in Los Angeles, where she dedicated herself to caring for patients with compassion and kindness. But Sherri's story isn't just about her career, it's also about love. She met a man named John Rutten, and the two quickly fell in love. They were like any other couple, sharing laughter, dreams, and plans for the future. They got married and looked forward to building a life together. Unfortunately, Sherri's story took a tragic turn. Despite her kindness and generosity, she became the victim of a senseless crime that shook her loved ones to the core. But even in death, Sherri's memory lives on, a reminder of the preciousness of life and the importance of seeking justice for those who have been wronged. Sherri Rasmussen's life took a significant turn when she tied the knot with John Rutten, her beloved partner. Their love story was like something out of a fairy tale, filled with joy and promises for the future. However, as with any relationship, there were also challenges along the way. Despite their love for each other, Sherri and John faced difficulties in their marriage. Like many couples, they struggled with disagreements and conflicts that put a strain on their relationship. Yet, despite these challenges, they remained committed to each other and hoped to work through their issues. Then, one fateful day, Sherri Rasmussen disappeared, leaving her loved ones in a state of shock and disbelief. It was a heartbreaking moment for everyone who knew her, as they grappled with the uncertainty of her fate. Questions swirled around her disappearance, and the search for answers began. The circumstances surrounding Sherri's vanishing raised suspicions and cast a shadow of doubt over those closest to her. Rumors and speculation circulated, painting a picture of a marriage marred by secrets and hidden resentments. As investigators delved deeper into the case, they uncovered a web of intrigue and deception that would leave them stunned. When Sherri Rasmussen vanished without a trace, her loved ones were thrust into a state of panic and desperation. They turned to law enforcement, hoping for answers and assistance in locating Sherri. Thus began a painstaking investigation that would span years and test the resolve of everyone involved. The initial response from law enforcement was swift, with detectives combing through evidence and interviewing witnesses in an attempt to piece together Sherri's last movements. However, as days turned into weeks and weeks into months, the trail seemed to grow cold, and the case fell into a state of stagnation. Despite the setbacks, Sherri's family and friends refused to give up hope. They organized search parties, distributed flyers, and rallied the community in a unified effort to find her. Their determination and resilience kept Sherri's case in the public eye, ensuring that she would not be forgotten. As the years passed, technological advancements breathed new life into the investigation. DNA evidence, once thought to be inconclusive, was re-examined using cutting-edge techniques, leading to potential breakthroughs in the case. Investigators pursued every lead with renewed vigor, determined to uncover the truth and bring closure to Sherri's loved ones. Yet, despite their best efforts, the answers remained elusive, and Sherri's disappearance continued to haunt those who knew her. The passage of time only deepened the mystery surrounding her fate, leaving lingering questions and unresolved emotions in its wake. After years of frustration and dead ends, the investigation into Sherri Rasmussen's disappearance experienced a breakthrough that would reignite hope and propel the case forward. It came in the form of advancements in forensic technology, specifically DNA analysis, which uncovered crucial evidence that had previously eluded investigators. With this newfound evidence in hand, law enforcement intensified their efforts to solve the mystery surrounding Sherri's disappearance. Their diligence and perseverance paid off when they identified a suspect whose connection to the case sent shockwaves through the community. Stephanie Lazarus, a former Los Angeles Police Department detective. Be sure to give this video a like if you are enjoying the content. Stephanie Lazarus's inclusion as a suspect was a startling revelation, as she had once been a colleague of Sherri Rasmussen's husband, John Rutten. The discovery of this connection raised troubling questions about potential motives and conflicts of interest, casting a shadow over the investigation and underscoring the complexities of the case. As the evidence against Stephanie Lazarus mounted, authorities moved forward with her arrest, marking a significant turning point in the long and arduous journey for justice. The arrest sent shockwaves through the community, as many struggled to reconcile the image of a respected law enforcement officer with the accusations leveled against her. The subsequent legal proceedings and trial captivated the attention of the nation, as prosecutors presented their case against Stephanie Lazarus, painting a chilling portrait of a woman consumed by jealousy and driven to extreme measures. Testimonies from witnesses, expert analysis of forensic evidence, and compelling arguments from both sides laid bare the truth behind Sherri Rasmussen's tragic fate. In the end, justice prevailed as Stephanie Lazarus was found guilty of Sherri Rasmussen's murder and sentenced accordingly. The verdict brought a sense of closure to Sherri's loved ones, who had endured years of uncertainty and anguish in their quest for answers. The arrest of Stephanie Lazarus, a former LAPD detective, sent shockwaves through the community and marked a pivotal moment in the investigation into Sherri Rasmussen's death. As the legal proceedings unfolded, the nation watched with bated breath, eager to see justice served for Sherri and her loved ones. The trial was a high-stakes affair, with prosecutors presenting a compelling case against Stephanie Lazarus, alleging that jealousy and resentment had driven her to commit murder. Testimonies from witnesses, including Sherri's husband John Rutten, painted a vivid picture of the events leading up to Sherri's death and the subsequent cover-up. Expert analysis of forensic evidence further bolstered the prosecution's case, providing crucial insights into the circumstances surrounding Sherri's murder. DNA evidence, once thought to be inconclusive, played a central role in linking Stephanie Lazarus to the crime scene, providing irrefutable proof of her involvement. Despite the mounting evidence against her, Stephanie Lazarus maintained her innocence throughout the trial, presenting a staunch defense and challenging the credibility of the prosecution's case. However, her efforts proved futile in the face of overwhelming evidence and testimony, and she was ultimately found guilty of Sherri Rasmussen's murder. The verdict in the trial of Stephanie Lazarus marked the culmination of a decades-long journey for justice in the case of Sherri Rasmussen. With her conviction, a sense of closure descended upon Sherri's loved ones, who had endured years of uncertainty and heartache in their quest for answers. For Sherri's family and friends, the resolution of the case brought a measure of peace, knowing that the person responsible for her death had been held accountable for her actions. It was a bittersweet victory, tempered by the knowledge that Sherri's life had been cut short in a senseless act of violence. The impact of Sherri Rasmussen's case extended far beyond the confines of the courtroom, sparking conversations about the flaws and shortcomings of our justice system. It served as a wake-up call for law enforcement agencies across the country, highlighting the need for greater transparency, accountability, and oversight in the pursuit of justice. In the years following the trial, Sherri's legacy lived on as her story continued to inspire others to seek truth and justice in their own lives. Her memory served as a beacon of hope for those who had lost loved ones to violence, reminding them that even in the darkest of times, there is always the possibility of redemption and closure. As we reflect on the tragic death of Sherri Rasmussen and the long journey for justice that followed, we are reminded of the resilience of the human spirit and the enduring power of love and determination. Through her story, we are challenged to confront the injustices that exist in our world and to work towards a future where every life is valued and every voice is heard. And that wraps it up. The story of Sherri Rasmussen's unsettling cold case, death captivates us with its twists and turns, its moments of tragedy and triumph. As we've journeyed through the details of this case, we've been reminded of the fragility of life and the importance of seeking justice for those who have been wronged. What are your thoughts on this intriguing case? Do you believe justice was served in the end, or do you feel there are still unanswered questions lingering? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you found this video informative and thought-provoking, don't forget to give it a like and share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more captivating true crime stories and investigative deep dives. Bye.